So let's go through the little warm-up routine. You don't need to stretch. So, you know, if we've got a few minutes before your match and people are over here doing this, and maybe they do this, that's after, and we'll go over that. But we don't want to lengthen your muscle prior to the activity. This is a muscle, right? And let's just say this is one end of the knee, and this is the other end of the knee. What a muscle does, these are muscle fibers, they contract and they'll bring two ends of the joint closer together. So everything that you do is bringing together. Yes, this side has to lengthen, but more importantly, this side has to create some force to pull that muscle, to pull the two ends of the joint together. If I'm gonna run, when I do this, this muscle here is bringing this joint, this bone closer to the end of here. Same thing when I'm, this part of running. This hamstring is pulling this close together. So we don't want to lengthen, because if we're lengthening, this is called passive insufficiency. So you're passively bringing these muscle fibers apart, and they're like, we can't bind, we can't pull together. You'll have some that do, but you're limiting your ability just by kind of lengthening them out. Afterwards, after they've contracted for, an hour, contract, then you want to lengthen them, and then you want them to kind of go back to the resting state. So let's go through a dynamic warm-up that isn't just static stretching.